Hey, Bloodshed survivor. You got baby Eric here for a Shirtless Confessional. I'm lying down, stomach down on my bed, just because I'm feeling tired. Don't really want to walk around, stand up, hold my phone. And I can't find a place in my room to place it. So you're getting this. Yesterday was a lot. Everyone saw, but just to recap, plan was originally to go Quacks. I made that plan with the Scramblers Alliance, which consisted of Typo, Bobby, and Greeples, as well as myself. And I thought we were all good for Quacks. 7-1 Quacks, make it an easy vote. I checked in again later that night, just to make sure that everyone was okay with Quacks. Nobody wanted to go Fungus. Nobody wanted to do anything else, because if we wanted to go Fungus, that would be the time to change. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. And I got some weird responses from Typo specifically. I got a weird response the next day from Bobby. Maybe it was the next day. I also got a kind of a weird response from Bobby that made me think Bobby wanted to go Fungus, but just wasn't willing to take the lead on it. So that made me, the weird response from Typo, and then Bobby also saying he's willing to go Fungus, but wouldn't take the lead on it, made me think, okay, so Typo and Bobby are not voting Quacks. And which made me really start to get a little paranoid, because who else were they bringing in to vote? Were they bringing in Quacks? They were probably bringing in Dash Dude, because Bobby and him were on the same tribe. And then the fourth, I wasn't sure if it was Quacks or Greeples for the longest time, and I didn't really know what to do. I was kind of scrambling, trying to figure it out. And then I got a response from Greeples that was just shady as fuck. He basically was trying to, you can see it in our chat, but to me it read like he was trying to just avoid the topic completely. He was trying to be overly reassuring, and I was crazy for even worrying about it. It wasn't even a thing. Which I'm guessing is kind of gaslighting. I'm not sure. Gaslighting as a term has kind of lost all meaning. If you guys can heard that, nice. Anyways, so yeah, that made me so Bobby, Dash Dude, Greeples, Typo, they were all voting not Quacks. And I was like, okay, so who are they voting then? I was like, it's either me, Fungus, or Zoe. Those are the only options. So I thought it was probably not Fungus, because given how much I talked about Fungus, I was like, it's likely me or Zoe. Because I was thinking there was a possibility Zoe could have pissed them off through talking to them, because I got a weird message from Fungus asking if I talked to Zoe, which made me think that maybe she was just not upfront with them. The fact that she was voting, she had thrown out Quacks and was wanting to vote Quacks. So maybe she pissed them off. But I was like, it's probably me. Just because if they're trying to make a vote and cutting me out of the vote, right, and blindside me on this vote, they are and it's I made it kind of clear. It's it's probably gonna voting out Fungus here. All it would do is alienate me. They probably couldn't bring in Quacks. I guess their plan, in retrospect, their plan was, Quacks got 3 votes from Fungus, me, and Zoe, so he wouldn't want to work with me and Zoe anymore, and they could bring in Quacks, which is a really stupid plan, in my opinion. Just tell them what you're, you don't have to tell them what you're voting, but you can't expect to have somebody want to work with you when you're keeping them out on the plans and their name is on the block. That's kind of crazy, especially since you're not saying, trust me, dude, you're safe. People are voting for you, but you're safe. You can just say that. That's all you have to say. You don't even have to say who that you're voting. You just have to reassure them and let them know that you're on their side, which they didn't do at all. But anyway, so yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's me. Like maybe they want to get rid of the threat, which is crazy to do at Final 17. But it was like the only thing that made sense to me. If they wanted to cut me out, right? So I gave Zoe the rock. I scrambled with Fungus, and we got to tie. And then rocks went and quacks went out. And it would have been so much easier if they just stuck with the plan and quack went out initially. But the part that made yesterday so hard was I felt like they were really villainizing me in the tribal chat. And if they were just trying to like do that for public display to make me feel like shit, like I guess good on them, because it worked. Like it made me feel like it made me feel terrible. I don't like hearing people say that shit about me, especially when I felt like I was building some kind of connection with them. Like I'm trying to make friends here. Like that's my primary goal with orgs is to practice making friends. And not gonna lie, when Greeple sent me that message that oh, I guess Eric was the rat all along, that made me feel terrible. I haven't felt that bad in a long time. Thankfully, he didn't really mean it. And he like apologized after in DMs, but I'm not entirely sure if he feels that way. Like if he was so quick without saying anything to just say like, oh, this guy's a rat. He was a rat all along. When he was the one trying to vote me out initially. Like, that's crazy. I guess they were trying to vote me out because they thought I wasn't voting quacks. No, that's not what they thought. They thought I was trying to say Fungus. So I don't know how they're trying to act like I was a rat all along. It's like they were acting like, oh, it was between Fungus and quacks. Everyone was leaning Fungus. But Eric jumped in and said, it's quacks now. Meanwhile, Greeples was leaning quacks. So I don't know where that came from. And everyone was like, I don't really have a preference, but I slightly lean Fungus. It's like everyone was saying Fungus, and then Eric jumped in with quacks. Like, okay, dude. I didn't even jump in with quacks. I just said it's an option. And everyone just like was no way just like, oh yeah, that way works. Like, fucking hell. Sometimes I hate org players. They drive me crazy. But yeah, no, yesterday was a hard day. That was like really, really stressful scrambling. Like they're trying to get out threats at Final 17. Like they're playing this like it's Final 8. Like there's 2 alliances and there's a sharp rift and it's Final 8. Like if there's somebody that you think is a threat and you're on a tribe with them early, wouldn't you want to ally with the threat so that you can use them? Like, I feel like that's just obvious. Like, you want to be allied with the good players. And you had the opportunity to be allied with the good player. But you're getting me out because I'm a good player. At Final 17. It just drives me crazy. I think that's everything. Oh yeah, BBR's punishment is fake. That's like the most obvious thing in the world. If people are actually believing that, that's crazy. Yeah, there's no way the org, maybe like in some shitty org, some hosts would do this, but I have too much faith in Bloodshed to give a punishment out like this. Like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way this is a punishment. As disbelievable as it is that fucking BBR failed the challenge. Like, that in itself isn't really believable. But then on top of it, the fact that he had this fucking ridiculous punishment, and then the org host delayed it for a day, which makes his punishment even worse. Like, there's no fucking way. That's just not... Yeah, dude, you have the advantage. I'm imagining it's an idol. Because it's like exile. We haven't heard anything about an idol search. I imagine the... whatever's an idol. But, yeah, is there anything else I want to say? Yesterday was really hard. I'm strategy going forward. I'm probably going to try to take it easy in terms of social and strategic. Like, I can't control the next few votes. Like, if something bad, like, unless I feel like it is me or I hear my name, like, I'm going to talk to people. Like, I'm going to still try to socialize, make friends. I'm not going to do it, like, try hardy. I'm just going to, like, do it however much I want to. But as far as like the next vote. If they're targeting Zoe, that would really suck. But I just can't do it. I think BBR would want to work with me because Typo just showed he wanted to get out of threat at Final 17. I don't know why you'd want to work with Typo. I feel like the only two people that are really our opposition are me and Typo. I feel like everyone else is kind of like in the middle. Like I feel like I could work with Bobby, Dash Dude, Greeples, 100%. 100% I think I could work with them. Maybe Bobby less so, but definitely Dash Dude and Greeples. And I imagine if I'm working with Dash Dude and Greeples, Bobby would like say fuck Typo. Bobby, from what Greeples told me about Bobby, Bobby's like a hyper logical player, doesn't care at all about social connections. So those are the type of players I can abuse. I can abuse a player like that because I'm smarter than you. Like if you're hyper logical, I know what your logic is, and I'm gonna exploit that. So that should be funny. Like the funny thing is, if he's being hyper logical, right? This vote wasn't hyper logical because it was only hyper logical for the confines is of if this tribe was the entire game, but it's not, right? So he positioned himself well on this tribe. Like if he had gotten me out, he positioned himself well on this tribe, but not that well for the rest of the game. So like he'd sacrifice his long-term success for like a short-term game, because getting rid of Quacks doesn't put him in a bad position at all. Like you're still getting out of blue. It's just like BBR joins and like you're hoping to get BBR anyway here, right? So it's like I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing. Anyways, this has been 12 minutes. I'm tired. I hope this content's been good for you, Specs, at least. But I don't want another tribal like that for a while. Hopefully we can just avoid tribal for the next couple times. I'm saying that, but I also really want to get Typo out. Not like there are game reasons too, besides the fact that I just don't like him as a person anymore. But like I don't like him as a person because of how he acted in the game. I don't respect somebody that wants to play Survivor without threats. That's just not a style of gameplay that I want to play. Like I think that's a disservice to the game. I think it's a disservice to Specs, and I think it's really I think I take it as an insult to the game. Is honestly how I take it. I think it's terrible. I think that if everyone played like that, the game would die. So I think it's a really, really terrible thing that he tried to do. I don't think you should take out threats at Final 17. I think that's disgusting. And I don't respect him as a person anymore for it. Is basically my thought process. I recognize Bobby, Dash Dude, and Greeples also voted for me, but I don't think Greeples really wanted to vote for me. I believe him. Maybe that's like a terrible thing for me to do, but I feel like I really connected with him, and he was just put in a shitty position where he felt like he had to ally with the non-Makinas, and he didn't want to spurn them. And he also just wasn't sure if I was sweet talking, like just like some sweet talking guy that was lying to him. Which makes sense why he would immediately call me a rat, because he thought I could just be some like sweet talking dude lying to him. But I think now I actually have this trust even more because of the way I acted surrounding the situation. I think that might be a terrible read. But I gotta trust my reads. It saved me last vote. It saved me countless times. It's the only thing I have going for me in this game besides my charm and great looks. I gotta trust my reads. So I trust Greeples moving forward. But yeah, I want to get Typo out of the game, not just because I don't like him as a person, but because he has a really negative view of me. And if he spreads that to the other people from his former tribe, that can really hurt me going forward and just inflate my threat level. And so if I can get rid of him, that would be great. But yeah, I think I can bring in BBR, Greeples. Like, I'd want to work, ideally moving forward, I want to work with Zoe, BBR, Greeples, Dash Dude. I think that'd be a great four to work with. I really like them. BBR a little less so, but he's a threat, so I want to work with him. It's that simple. I want to work with the threats. Isn't that crazy, Typo? Anyways, this has been Baby Eric. This has been 15 minutes of confessional, a long one for you today. I'm rambling. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.